Okay, welcome everybody to the second class on Koha. Koha open source library management software. So Koha is a library management software and it is mainly open source. So you all know what is open source. Open source means that is free of cost and you have the source code, you can modify it, you can edit the software, and it is also free of copyright. So what is open source? The term open source refers to software that is free and that includes the original source code used to create it so that users can modify it to make it work better for them. So open source means that is free of cost, and most importantly the source code will be available to the user and they can modify the software according to their need. Open source software may be free. A developer or distributor may charge for services including special programming, installation, technical support, and those things. Okay, open source software may be free of cost, but sometime a developer might charge for the installation charges, the service charges, and special programming charges, and maybe the technical support. Okay, what are the advantages of open source software? The first advantages of open source software is ability to tailor to fit local needs. That means what? It has the ability to tailor it. You know what's the meaning of tailor? So tailor, what it does? The tailor cuts our clothes and fits according to our body size. So likewise, the open source software also we can make it, we can modify it, we can edit it depending upon our local needs because it is a open source software. No restriction on use. That means what? There is no restriction when you are using a open source software. After installing the software, there is no restriction from the developer. You can use it according to your want, according to your liking. You can use it any way you want. Low cost. The cost, here the word, here it is given low cost. Low cost means what? It is free, but sometimes it not might be free because in the other way, when you are installing it, if you are finding difficulty in installing, or if you want to get some service from a developer, that time you have to pay a certain amount of money. But if you are very much comfortable with the ICT applications and installation, that time you don't have to pay any extra money for the installation and the service. So everything which has advantages, it also comes with some disadvantages. So likewise, Koha also have some disadvantages. The first disadvantages of Koha is unanticipated efforts. So unanticipated efforts, it might not allow you to install it in that level. After installing it might not allow you to customize it in that level. Okay, so customize, if you want to customize it at a certain level, it might not allow you. There might be some limitations of the customization. So that is unanticipated efforts. Lack of coordination. There is a lack of coordination because it is free of cost. So if you want to reach the developer, so it will be very hard to reach them. Inadequate technical support. So it is very similar to lack of coordination. There will be very inadequate technical support. It is free of cost, so you might wait for some certain time, to get the technical support. Okay. Customization is similar to the unanticipated efforts. That means customization, you might not be able to customize it in certain level, in the level you want to customize it. So criteria for evaluating open source integrated library system. So there are some criteria. You have to verify it before installing the open source system. At first you have to evaluate that whether there is a current development underway or not. That means what? The software is continuously upgrading or not. You have to verify it. It is very important. The software should be upgraded in a certain interval because in the future is very dynamic. Okay, we don't know what type of want or what type of requirement we might get in the future. So the software should be developed constantly. Next one is at least the cataloging, circulation, patron access, catalog modules, acquisitions, and serial control should be available because these are very important for library. So library, the main housekeeping operation of a library are cataloging, circulation, patron access, catalog modules, acquisition, and those things are very important for a library. So the software should have at least these modules. It should support mark. The software should have mark. So mark helps us to data migration. If you want to import the data from one software to another software, that time we need mark. Current source code and documentation are available for downloading under the GNU GNU General Public License. So source code should be available and it should be downloadable under the public license. Next one, you have to see the product is currently in use in libraries. You have to also verify, are the libraries using this type of software or not. Okay, you have to assess it. You have to verify it, that whether the other libraries are using it or not. Next one is the user-friendly system. The system should be user-friendly. If you are installing a certain software which is very complicated to use, so that time, so it will be not beneficial for you. Software should have a friendly system for the library staffs and as well as for the users. What is Koha? Now after discussing about the open source, now we'll discuss about what is Koha. So one trivia I want to give you, that Koha, the word Koha means unconditional gift. Okay, unconditional gift. It is a gift without any condition. So where the word came from? In New Zealand and Africa, there is a community called Maori. Okay, the word Koha is used by the Maori community, and in their community, the word Koha means unconditional gift. It is a gift without any condition. That means you don't have to pay against the gift. Next, Koha is a full-featured integrated library system. There is no cost for the license. You have the freedom to modify the product, to adapt it to your needs. So it has full features. It has all the modules you need, and you don't have to pay anything, and you can also modify it according to your needs. Next one is, it was developed initially in 1999 at New Zealand by Ketipo Communications with Horowena Library Trust. So it was initially developed in 1999 at New Zealand, but Ketipo Communications. The latest version of Koha is 19.11.00 as of 27 November 2019. Next one is, it is currently maintained by a dedicated team of software providers and library technology staff from around the globe. So most importantly, it is maintained by the library professionals. So when it is maintained by the library professionals, then library professionals knows the need of a library. So that's why Koha is getting better and better, because it is mainly developed by the and maintained by the library professionals. By adopting Koha, the customer becomes joint owner. So after adopting the Koha, whoever have installed the Koha, they will become the joint owner, because they can install any version, they can modify the version, and they can also, if they want to donate to the Koha consortium or the Koha team, they can also donate certain amount of money. Why open source software Koha? Why we shall use Koha? Why we need Koha? The first point is, it is proven and stable technologies. That is, it is proven that Koha is better, and it is a stable technology. It is getting upgraded continuously. If you go to the Koha community website, there you can see it is very frequently it is getting updated. Next one is software collaboration and resource sharing. We can collaborate with other software. We can export the data of Koha into other software, and we can share the resources easily. Long-term support. Long-term support means it is continuously getting upgraded from 1999, and we can see they are continuously working for the development of Koha. So it's a long-term support from 1999 to 2020. It is almost 21 years. So we have a faith on their team. Next one is user-driven. It is mostly user driven. It is not driven to the admin. It is not very complicated. It's designed for the user, so user can easily use it. Cost effective, yes, it is cost effective because we don't have to pay the initial charges. Only if we have some problem, only if we are not comfortable with technology, only if some bugs arises, then only you might need support. But if you know the technology, you can do it by yourself. Innovation, yes, it is innovating regularly, updating. That's why we need open source software Koha. Who uses Koha? Who is using Koha? Most of the libraries around the world are using Koha, including academic, public, school and special libraries in Africa, Australia, Canada, USA, France, India and of course in New Zealand. So these are the countries where Koha is widely used. So features of Koha. Following other features of Koha. Koha is full featured modern integrated library software. Full featured means it has all the modules. Whatever things we need, we find it in Koha. As a librarian, whatever things we need, we find it in Koha. It is a web-based interfaces. It has web-based interfaces, and also you can integrate it with website. From the website also, you can access Koha, like the OPEC, Web OPEC. It has MARC21, Unimax support for professional cataloging. Multilingual and multi-user support. That means what? We can use Koha in many languages. While installing, you have to select the language, then you can use it in any language. There are so many languages are there, you can find it out. And multi-user support. It can be used by multiple users. Every library staff can use a particular software. Okay. Z39.50 server. It has Z39.50 server, so it is used for importing the catalog information. Customizable web-based OPEC. OPEC can be customized. It is web-based OPEC, it is Web OPEC and OPEC as well. Online reservation. If somebody wants to reserve a particular document, they can reserve it online. It has a modules like cataloging, circulation, acquisition, library stock management and those things. Web-based OPEC, public to search the catalog. Web-based, same thing is again discussed here. It has a web-based OPEC and the public can search the catalog. Okay, next one is the serial management module. So it has also the serial management module that is called serial control. Next one is the print your barcode. You can print the barcode in Koha. Following is the system overview of Koha. Suppose here is a librarian. This is the Koha database. MARC table and Koha table both includes and makes the Koha databases, and after giving the OPEC access, it can be accessed by many users. And most importantly, they are using the intranet. Intranet is a campus network. Okay. So that is what Koha is. Koha is an open source library management software. What is open source? It is mainly free of cost. Source code is available so that we can modify the software. Sometimes we have to pay a certain amount of money for special programming, service, installation and those things. Advantages of open source is that we can customize it, there is no restriction of use, and the cost is very low. Disadvantages are unanticipated efforts, lack of coordination, inadequate technical support and customization. Criteria for evaluating open source integrated library system, that is, you have to verify it before installing, that whether it is getting developed in a regular interval or not. You should have certain modules like catalog, circulation, patron, access, cataloging modules, acquisition, serial. It should support MARC. It should have GNU, General Public License, under which we should get the source code, and documentation should be available for downloading. The product is currently used by the library or not, and the user friendliness. What is Koha? Koha, the meaning of word Koha is unconditional gift. It is taken from a tribe of New Zealand and Africa. The tribe name is Maori, and in their language, Koha means unconditional gift. So Koha is a full-featured integrated library system. There is no cost initially, but you might need to pay for the services. Developed in 1999 at New Zealand by Katipo Communications with Horowena Library Trust. Latest version is 19.11.00 as of 27 November 2019, and it is maintained by especially the library professionals. After installing the Koha, the user can become the joint owner because they can modify it, they can install any versions, and they can also support financially. Why Koha? Because it has proven it is stable technology. We can collaborate with different softwares. You can resource share, long-term support. It is user-driven, cost-effective, and continuously it is upgrading because of the innovation. Who uses Koha? Most of the libraries around the world are using Koha. Mostly the academic, public, school, and special libraries in Africa, Australia, Canada, USA, France, India, and of course in New Zealand. Following other features of Koha, fully integrated. It has all the features. Web-based. It has Mark 21, Unimark, multilingual support, JET 39.50 for importing the cataloging information, customizable, web-based OPAC, online reservation. It has a module like cataloging, circulation, acquisition, library stock management, web-based OPAC, public to search the catalog, serial management module, and you can print your barcode. And following is a system overview how a Koha works. Okay, because Koha is a client-server based software. So that was the presentation. There was a class.